Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. This is Kåre from Michael.
Hi there, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good, it's Jason speaking.
Joseph?
Jason.
Jason?
Yes.
Jason.
Yes, it's good to actually speak to you. To say you are rather new to our territory. I know you have a rather expansive history, so I was wondering if you could maybe just give us a bit of that history. We know that there's 3 albums. We're actually going with your best of at the moment, your greatest hits. But can you give us a bit of background?
Yeah, I can make it short if you want to. We come here from Denmark, Aarhus in Denmark, and we started in 1988 by getting together in the rehearsal room and started to play some of Yasha's songs. He has just started to compose songs at the moment.
Right.
And then we got together and played his own songs. And it went very well, and we started to tour in Denmark and play concerts in clubs, very small places. And then after a year, we got a record deal, and the first album we released became actually a very big hit here in Denmark and also in some countries in Southeast Asia. And that was a very good start for the band, of course, to have success in the first album. And then it slowly grew. From every record we released, more countries, new territories was added, and people were really receiving our music well, and we started to sell a lot of records.
Mm-hmm.
And then we released 3 albums, which have sold more than, 3 million records, and the greatest hits have sold also.
Yes.
A lot of records. So it's been growing and growing, and new territories have been coming every time we have released a new album. And now South Africa.
Yes. As I said, it's taken a little while, for.
Yeah, it has.
But it's
been late and never.
Yeah, because I mean you've enjoyed a good following in sort of Asia and countries like that. What do you think it is actually about your music that gives it such a wide appeal?
That's a very, very, very good question. Because we really don't, we can't tell exactly, because to us it's a mystery, because we really just get into the studio and play some songs and record them, and then people all around the world, they really seem to enjoy it, listen to it. And of course our melodies will always be the most important thing for us and for the way we record them, and we try to focus on good melodies, harmonies, but besides from that, we just try to record and make the music that we like, and people must just like that.
Yeah.
Music.
Has
in Asia they have a big tradition for singing along to pop music, doing karaoke and listening to ballads, slow songs, and love songs, and we really seem to fit into that kind of music.
Because from your beginnings back in 1988, has much changed? If you sort of compare, I mean, especially if you look at sort of the greatest hits and you listen to it, do you hear a lot of change over that time?
Yes, of course we hear a lot of change because we have been recording the songs, and a lot of our methods and way of recording have changed and improved, and we have taken control about the recordings. We are now producing it ourselves, and we can hear a lot of change in the way of recording, the expression and the feeling of the whole of the album songs. Maybe you won't hear that change, or people won't hear it in the same way that we do. But I mean, it's not that important. I think you don't have to change if what you do is good. I mean, we don't see it as a must change very much, and to make all the record sound different. So maybe people think that we are. It sounds like the previous albums. We don't care about that.
And I mean, Denmark and also, I mean, Scandinavian countries as a whole seem to have a lot of bands that are coming to the fore now over the last couple of years. Why do you think that is? What is it about places like Denmark and Sweden that it's not that it's taken so long for them to, break into an international market, but for them, there seems to be a lot more interest and a lot more focus on places like Denmark and bands that are coming out of territories like that.
Yeah, I think that Sweden has got a very long tradition for being international in their way of making music. Ever since ABBA in the 70s, there's been a lot of international acts from Sweden. They've been sort of front of Denmark, way ahead of Denmark in leading in other countries. And you're right that there's been a few Danish bands also through the last few years who've been quite successful abroad. And of course, I think it's just a development that we have now. The last 10 years, it's been very common to start to sing in English for a Danish band, and to have it to be very ambitious about being international, to sound international. We have concentrated a lot about that, and it's been developing and more. Now all bands who sing in English in Denmark, they try to come outside Denmark, and it's a quite new thing. Really be so focused on other countries, and this, of course, it must result in something, and we're just one of the bands who succeeded.
Sure. And if you had to do if you had to describe your music, how would you sort of sum it up best? Are you
pop music,
straight pop music? Are you trying to is it designed, do you think, for sort of a particular market, a younger market or a slightly older market, or is it just for anyone who's
first of all, we just make the music the way we like it, and it would be wrong to say that it's not pop music. I mean, we just call it pure pop music, and we have no problem if people think it's not hip to play pop music. And the people who like to listen to it, it's really different. It's mostly, of course, the young kids who buy records, and that's the same in all countries. Well, they buy the most records, and of course, most of our audience is quite young.
Yes.
But when we do concerts and when we get out and speak to people, we can really see that people in 50 years old and grandmothers, they really like to listen to our songs.
Right.
So it's really a wide range of people who actually like it, maybe because of all the slow songs, the ballads, and the nice melodies, which a lot of older people like to they even buy records and stuff like that. But it's really nice. Different audience.
Sure. And how big is your audience in Denmark? Is it very big?
In Denmark, we have 5 million people here.
Right.
And if you sell like 100,000 records, it's double platinum or something.
Yes.
So it's really, I don't know how to. What else can I say? I mean, if you say how big our audience is, we sell like 100,000 records last time we released.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's okay.
And with the greatest hits, how did you actually go about putting that together? Was that designed, as I say, for a market like us, for people, say, who haven't heard you before? Was it just a case of it was a good time to actually put something like this together?
Yeah, it was basically made for the Southeast Asian market. Because that the 3 first albums were very popular, and people really asked us to make a compilation of the best songs, and then also it turned out to be quite good way of showing what Michael's work is all about for new territories like South Africa or Japan, or the places where we haven't had really, where we have not been well known before. So it's become a mix between those two things, but basically it was meant for the Asian fans.
And what is actually next for the band? What is the next thing you have planned?
Right at the moment we are finishing a new album, so it's going to be released in a few months later this year, and that's going to be our next project to go out and promote it, and to the concerts. Hopefully we will come all around the world.
Yeah, so
South Africa will be on the list because new place for us. We have never been there, so it will be very nice for us to come there.
Great. It sounds good. It sounds very good. Kåre, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
As I say,
No problem.
congratulations. As I say, I mean, you're just obviously reading through your biography. I mean, you must be one of the hardest working bands, I think, in Denmark, because you've done an incredible amount of work in that time. So we'll do our bit here to help get that message across to people. But the album is selling well here, so as I say, but congratulations and thanks very much for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. Thanks. Have a good weekend.
Okay, bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye.